Let's try.
Places we have to come to find you.
How you doing, man?
Yeah, really good.
I have watched the lap over and over again. It just goes on and on and on. But I was just living comfortably on the margin that on the limit for that lap. I don't know why.
You've launched a range of Tommy Hilfiger clothing. That's kept you busy and happy as well, I guess.
Oh, it's been so busy. I remember being here actually in Malaysia, and we're driving down the highway to the city, and I remember seeing a huge billboard of Gigi with Tommy Hilfiger, and I was like, and I started seeing it everywhere, and I was like, damn, that's the best campaign there is. And then just, it's crazy. That's what I want to do. I'd love to design something one day, and that's what he said he wanted to do with me. All the models, it was very, very diverse, which was what I asked for. I really think that it was colorful and powerful today. The reason I'm even able to do the fashion thing is because of Formula 1. Formula 1 has created a platform to do all these other things.
How are you going to approach this then, the next 6 races, leading the championship like you are by 40 points?
Yeah, I just take it really one race at a time.
So you're still going to go for those victories?
Yeah. Because I think, honestly, the victories that I've had, and if I really look at from kind of China or shortly after China onwards, I've found a really nice balance. And I don't feel like I'm risking anything when I'm on the race weekend. It's not like I'm going too far to cause me trouble. I'm just knocking at that 100% door, and I don't think we should change anything because it's working really well at the moment. The way we work with my mechanics, my engineers, that formula's working, so there's just no need to adapt it right now.
We see the young drivers coming through, the Max Verstappens of the world. They have the speed, it's clear to see. Just like you did when you first burst onto the scene in Formula 1.
Absolutely. I mean, I look at Max, and he's a great driver, but I see myself there. I know what it's like when you're young. So when people say he's making mistakes, I'm like, who didn't make mistakes at 18 years old, 20 years old?
And he's there younger than, say, we were when we
exactly.
arrived as well.
So I really sympathise with the experience that he's having and the things people say. And, he's on his own journey. He'll make whatever mistakes he makes and take leaps and bounds, whatever he decides to,
It does become a mental game when you're fighting against people with similar and equal levels of talent or at least speed.
It is a huge mental game.
How do you keep yourself at that level time and time again this season?
I've always had that belief in myself, but it's really about, I would say I'm more confident in my abilities and as a man than I have ever been. In terms of how, when I wake up and I leave the house, my confidence level is a million times greater than it was when I was in 2007 or when I was younger. In those times, there was insecurities, there was unhappiness, there was pressures that I didn't quite understand. I was being pulled from this length, from this side, from family, and I couldn't find a balance. I'm my own man now.
If you can win this championship this year, do you think it will be your finest?
I do think so. I think it's been my finest year so far, in all honesty. I finished last year and I was really happy with the performance. But you look at every year, I didn't win every race. Wasn't perfect. And so every year you're trying to, how do I take it to another level? How do I drive just as good as I did the previous year, but raise the bar again? And there will always be ways for me to raise the bar again the next year. That's the great thing of life. But I do feel this has been one of the most complete years up until this point, even if it didn't start off perfect. And with this battle that we've had, this serious challenge with another 4-time world champion, if it goes the way I'm working on it and planning on it for it to go, then I think it would be, it definitely would be the most satisfying one.